Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Good day to you. Anywhere you are listening, I'm Yemi, market analyst at Investor Africa. I welcome you to another weekly outlook on global financial markets. We're going to delve in quickly on what we have to look at for this week in the markets as opportunities are concerned. Starting from the fundamental outlook, how do we going to navigate through this week? So let's go. In a couple of minutes, I will dissect through this. Starting from the Forex Factory, checking the analysis of the fundamental outlooks. On Monday, which is the 19th of August, there is no single red folder, which is a high impact news in the market. And on Tuesday, 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, there is Canadian dollar CPI coming, and we expect that to be impactful in the market. So if you're going to be trading USD card on that day, you should be watchful. On Wednesday, we have USD coming as FOMC meeting, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. On Thursday, we have from euro to Great Britain pounds to US dollars, starting from the 8:15 a.m. Nigerian time to 2:45 p.m. Nigerian time, which includes the flash manufacturing PMI, French flash manufacturing PMI, and unemployment claims in the USA. And that is on Thursday. On Friday of this week, 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, we have Canadian dollar, which is the retail sales and the core retail sales coming up at the same time. And 3 p.m. Nigerian time is for US dollar, where the Federal Chair Powell speaks, and the outcome of that will be determined when he speaks actually. So 8 p.m. there will be Great Britain pounds news, and that has a lot to do with the closing of the market for this week. And that is the insight on the weekly outlook, just a run through. So let's check the opportunities we actually have in the market from the technical aspect of the business, starting the analysis from the DXY to see what it looks like in the market. Definitely, we're not going to do anything much this week than what we've been doing. We will check through the currency pairs we've checked in the week before, and we're going to see how that can benefit us individually as a trader. Starting with the DXY, what do we have? We're running this through from the monthly outlook to the weekly or to the daily and to the 4-hour time frame. So let's start from there. So this is the DXY on monthly time frame. What can we see? From the last outlook, it remains bearish. As I said, that was the month of, this is August, this is July. And for the month of August, we still have more of bearish movement in this market. And I still expecting the market to still push to the bearish direction into a price level like this at 100.217. All right. I'm still expecting the market to move bearish even up to this extent. So that means for this week, I'll be expecting a bearish movement on the DXY. Quickly going to the weekly time frame. Let's see what we have there. The previous week was a doji. The previous week before last was a doji, and this last week was a perfect bearish movement as a candlestick representation. And what can we see there? That just correlates exactly with what we've analyzed on the monthly outlook, which means we're still expecting the market to move into this price direction as a bearish movement, just price range within this level at 100.217. And that will be the outlook on the weekly time frame analysis for the XY. So which means if the US dollar is going to be weak, then we should be expecting more Great Britain pounds, Euro USD, AUD, SZD, USD, dollar to be buying, and we're going to delve into that in the next couple of minutes. And on daily outlook, this is what we have for the DXY. On DXY daily, you see that last week was a very bearish market. It was a very bearish candlestick at the same time, and this was actually a full bodied, we call this bearish Marubozu. It engulfed the previous weekly bullish candle right there, and this is just a signal for more bearish movement in the market for this week. But how are we going to expect this as an intraday trader, as intraday opportunities is concerned, is to expect a little bit of buy into this level before we experience that sell. So this would be my outlook on Euro USD, Great Britain pounds, US dollar. If the XY is going for bearish, then I should be buying Great Britain pounds, USD, and the rest of those guys. So which means at this price level, I'm expecting the DXY to do a little bit of retracement at the opening of the week. So this price level at 102.27 thereabout, and from there I'll be expecting a sell movement or a bearish movement to a price level I've analyzed here. Okay, that is for DXY. Let's check the currency pairs that will be affected by the DXY movement, starting from the Euro USD. On the monthly outlook for Euro USD, let's check what we have. The last candlestick there was a bullish candle for the month of July, and this is the month of August. It's been a very bullish candle as well. And from the last outlook we had, I remembered I was expecting Euro USD to hit a price level like this. I was expecting Euro USD to get to a price level at 1.1143 before I will expect a reasonable sell in this market. So currently, this is still a very bullish momentum movement in the market, and I still expect this market to be, or this currency pair to still be a buy movement above this price level. So I'm expecting the liquidity above here to be swept at 1.1147 or 1.1150 basically. All right, and let's go to the weekly outlook. If we still have the bullish opportunity right there, yes, just like it is, Euro US dollar maintains a very bullish momentum here on the weekly outlook, because right here we see the last week was a very bullish candlestick. After the previous week was a doji, and that is a very significant close ahead of that week. And with this information, it means there is still more bullish opportunity in this movement, expecting more than 120 pips bullish movement on Euro US dollar for this week. So expecting this market will move in bullish direction this week to play this high first before we can look out for a reasonable sell opportunity in this market. Let's go down to the daily time frame on Euro USD. Let's see the opportunity that lies in there for us. On daily, the Thursday was a bearish candle and the Friday was a bullish candle right here. So what I'll be expecting the market to do for this week is to expect a little bit of retracement at the opening of the market to a price level like this. At this price level, so expect a little bit of retracement to a price level like this before I see a buy. The buy is definitely sure for this week from the outlook that is presented to us right now in the market. Don't forget, market is not anybody's father's business. We just trade what we've seen on the chart. So we trade what we see, not what we feel. So this is exactly what we are seeing right here, a bullish movement in the market for a new week opportunity. So Euro US dollar remains bullish for me on all the time frames I've checked. Market has been creating higher highs and series of higher lows over the time. And checking the lower time frame, which is the intraday opportunity time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame, you're going to see that the market likely have to do a little bit of sell before that of a buy opportunity in this market. And when you look at that, this is exactly the same price level I was analyzing on the daily outlook. So which means this just sync directly and it move well, or it aligns with what I've analyzed on the daily outlook. So right here, I'm expecting a little bit of retracement, which will be about 30 pips to the downside before I expect more buy in this market. This is my outlook on Euro USD, and that is from monthly time frame to 4-hour time frame. Let's check out what we have on Great Britain pounds US dollar. A monthly time frame of this currency pair, it's been a significant bullish movement as well. And when you check at that, you'll see, I have to mention this, if you throw with correlations, you should know already now that Euro USD and Great Britain pounds US dollar are not really positive correlated as it used to be 4 years, 3 years ago. So you have to be very careful how you manage that kind of positions opening when you are relating with these two currency pairs. Okay, for the month of August, Great Britain pounds US dollar has been a very bullish candlestick. First, it went for a bearish to clear liquidity, grab liquidity at some price level, and it's been on a bullish ride since then. And I'm expecting this should continue to grab that liquidity above this price level to sweep that level right here at 1.3150. So I'm expecting more of bullish movement on Great Britain pounds US dollar above this price level before I will settle in for a reasonable sell opportunity. So from where the current market price is to where I'm expecting is about 200 pips on average, which I'm expecting the movement of the market to do in this month. So let's transpose this on a weekly outlook information. Let's see what we have there. When you look at that, you see the information there remains the same, because right here we've seen an opportunity to look for how the market will clear this previous high level right there at 1.3150. And with this information, I'll be expecting the market to remain bullish on Great Britain pounds US dollar weekly outlook before I can settle for any form of sell opportunity. Right now, the bullish movement is the higher probability trade for me. Let's check the daily time frame. Let's see what we have in there. On the daily, on Great Britain pounds US dollar, last week Friday, it happened that the market was a very strong bullish momentum in the market, which moved about 90 pips on average for that Friday. And with that information, therefore, it means we can be expecting a little bit of retracement in the market before we experience more buy. So that means at what level can we be expecting that to happen? We can even see that at this price level right here, because the market will definitely not buy for a lifetime and is not going to sell for a lifetime. So at the opening of the market, if you see a little bit of sell in this market, then you should be anticipating the market to come to this price range before this buy opportunity will come. This is on daily outlook, and this is what I'm seeing in this market. Okay, I won't be joining a long-term sell on Great Pounds US dollar. Definitely, I will be joining a long-term bullish movement on this trade. And just like that, on 4-hour time frame, the information remains the same, which means I can even refine this entry protocol on my 4-hour time frame intraday opportunity. So which means right there, I'll be expecting a little bit of retracement, which may be about, let me check, that may be about, I'm coming. I want to see how many pips that could be. That could be about 70 pips. Yes, it could be about 70 pips into this price range before we can experience a buy. Personally, I won't be buying this market at the opening of the market. I'll wait for this reasonable retracement before I jump into that buy. I'm still expecting the market to deliver about 200 pips. So if the market will retrace about 50, 60, 65, 70 pips before I get that, it's not too bad for me. It's a reasonable risk. All right, that is on Great Pounds US dollar for monthly to 4-hour time frame. Let's check the AUD US dollar. This AUD US dollar, okay, from the last week outlook, look at how it played out. The last week outlook actually moved in that direction. Look at it, expecting a little bit of sell to this price range. Market tap just into the beginning of the range and it moved back into a price range I was expecting. And from last week, I already anticipated a sale from this price range. Wow. So which means market has actually been following that analysis so far so well. But then let's check what we have for today and let's see how we can refine that entry protocol. On the monthly outlook for the month of August, you've seen a grab of liquidity at the discounted price level from the price of 0.6350. The market is currently on 0.6669. And then I'm expecting more bullish movement in the market for this month. I'm expecting the movements of this market to play this high at 0.6876. Okay, with that information, I'm going to a lower time frame to further see how to transpose this into a profitable ends for every one of us. So the previous week before this grabbed a lot of liquidity in the market, and this last week ended with a bullish movement in the market, and this was a massive bullish momentum on AUD US dollar. We delivered about 93 pips on average, and when you check that, it means this looks a little bit more bullish for this week, and we're going to experience that bullish movement if the XY actually lose strength. And from what we've seen on the XY, it looks more bearish, and if that happens, then we can be waiting for more bullish movement on AUD USD, which we expect to do about more 200 pips to this price level. But at least for this week, we can be expecting it to still move a little bit into a price range like you do, which is about 115 pips on average. For the last week, how many pips has the market moved? Let's check. To compare, this was about 100 pips on average. So which means for this movement for this week from here to here would be about 115 pips on average, which is not bad. It's something the market can do. So I'll be looking forward to more optimistic high probability trade for a bullish movement in AUD US dollar for this week. Let's transpose that to a weekly time frame analysis. For what we had on Friday, it was a massive movement into the bullish direction. And for this week, we'll be expecting this to go a little bit bearish before we can have that opportunity right here. Something like this. I'm expecting a little bit of movement into this price ring like this before this high can be taken out. So first, I'll be expecting this high to be taken out. That is where I said the market will be about 115 pips on average. So let's check that. Let's just confirm. This 150 pips on average. Okay, from the current market price, it's 115 to 120, right? But I'm expecting a little bit of retracement, whereby I'm expecting the market to retrace about 35 to 40 pips on average into this price range before I see a buy opportunity. So we have opportunity for a buy movement on AUD USD, Great Pounds US dollar, and Euro USD. On 4-hour time frame, what do we have for AUD USD? The information is the same, just like when the previous high was taken out completely in that market. We'll be expecting the market to do a little bit of retracement, as the market will not buy or sell forever. The market may likely just come back into this price range. So let's just refine this entry level on 4-hour time frame analysis. Let's do that. Let's do that. So this is the exact price level I'll be expecting the market to come to The entry will be about 0.6632 on average within that price range. So that means I'll be expecting a buy from this price level before the price gets to the 0.6792 I'm expecting. So this is the outlook on AUD USD for the bullish movement starting from the monthly to 4-hour time frame. And let's check the USD card for this week starting from the monthly outlook. What do we have there? I remember at the beginning of this month, from the month of July, I analyzed this and I analyzed that this will take out this previous high before we experience a little bit of sell, or a massive sell rather. And you see, the market actually took off that high, it swept through it, and since then the market has been bearish, and currently the market has delivered over 260 pips. So which means if you're a swinger and you follow that analysis from the month of July, you would be 260 pips profit on USD card. All right, so this remains bearish to me in my own view currently with what I'm seeing on the chart right now. This remains bearish because I'll still be expecting USD card to take out this previous low right here at 1.3590. Okay, so I'm expecting more of bearish movement into this market before I will expect a little bit of buy. But then let's transpose that information to a lower time frame and see how that benefits each and every one of us. On the weekly outlook, we saw that the previous week was bearish, the last week was also bearish candle, and with that it means a significant movement in this market. So which means we may likely experience a movement like this in the market, just like we expect the market to do more of going back into a liquidity inefficiency price level right here, which is known as fair value gap imbalance right there, and expecting a little bit of bullish movement into that price range. If you are trading this on higher time frame, this is about 95 pips, and from there you can take a sell that will give you about 182 pips, which is not a bad deal. But then if you are trading on a lower time frame, you can wait for a lower time frame entry protocol. But for this higher time frame analysis, at the end of the day, the entire movement that we're looking at right here looks to be a bearish on USD card weekly outlook. And let's check what we have on the daily. On the daily information, we have a movement like this. The market has clearly showed a reversal, grab liquidity, sweeping through it, bearish movement all through a week, then ranging. On Friday, it was a smashing bearish candle right there. And that simply means we're going to be experiencing a little bit more of sell market in this week on USD card. But with the daily outlook, what can we still find? We have two entries right there. One is the one I shared on the weekly, and if we are trading with the daily time frame analysis, then we can look forward to how we can refine a level like this. So this will now be the first entry point, and then we will have a second point of interest in this market, whereby we can be targeting a price level like this. Okay, I believe this may make more sense on the lower time frame. Okay, whereby we can expect the market to move back into this price range and then do something like this. So at what price level exactly? 1.3730. Market might just retrace back into that price range on daily time frame outlook before we experience more sell. But then if the market opens with instant sell opportunity, it's not a bad idea. But I love it when the market comes to a price level I'm expecting it before it takes me on the ride. Let's check out that on 4-hour time frame and see what the market is actually saying. Okay, it's been a very bearish movement before we had this ranging from the 7th of August till the last closing day of the last week, before we had the last 4-hour candle, the two last hours of the 4-hour candle, which was the last 8 hours of the opening session of that week, before we had this as a bearish candle. So which means the last 8 hours of the trading week was a bearish movement in the market, and that was why this level was taken out completely. So if we're going with this analysis so far, that means we can be expecting a little bit of this sell movement to be a little bit of buy now as a retracement before we experience more sell movement in this market. So basically, we are going to experience more of this in the market. Just like we experienced this, we're going to experience more sell. All right, but then I will wait for the market to come into this price range before I take a sell again. But basically, on USD card, this is still a bearish movement for me in this outlook. Okay, the last and not the least, that is the Uncle Gold. Last week it was analyzed to be a bullish movement, and we saw how the market actually moved. It first did a little bit of sell at the opening of the week, just like as it was analyzed. but on the overall, it was a bullish movement, creating all-time high, and we saw that movement in the market for last week. So this month so far has been a bullish movement after several liquidity has been grabbed at a discounted price level to fill in the gap that's created between the June, July, and the August, which was the fair value gap or the imbalance price level. Now the market's price is efficient and the market is on the all-time high, about $2,508,000 for 1 ounce of gold. So what that means is this is still a very massive bullish movement in the market, and let's see what we can do with that information on the weekly outlook. The thing is, this is all-time high, so there's no even reference point for you to see. Then you are seeing a very massive bullish momentum on this particular gold, and then this remains a bullish. If we're going to be taking this on higher time frame outlook, this remains a very strong bullish in this market. And let's check out what we have on the daily. Since the Thursday, the Tuesday and Wednesday were bearish for gold US dollar, the Thursday happened to be a little bit of bullish movement and then more or less like a doji, but the Friday was a very smashing one that rated about 500 pips on average in the bullish direction, and that means the market will likely continue with this energy and momentum in this coming week. But what we can see here is we have almost equal high level right here where the market has retested over time, grabbed liquidity, and that level now has been broken. Retail sellers, we say this is a resistance zone, and I agree. But then the markets will definitely find a level to this price range where it can grab liquidity into a price in Nigeria before it moves to create another higher high to break the all-time high record. And with that information, therefore, at the opening of the market, it's possible that we experience a little bit of sell on gold US dollar. It's understandable. The market must actually retrace after 500 pips. We can expect rather a retracement into a price range like this before the market will continue for a bullish movement. And on 4-hour outlook, let's see what we have. On 4-hour outlook is the same. Look at the previous highs, and highs, creating this. In fact, on that same price level, the market has actually came there. It has tapped into that price range already on 4-hour outlook. So this is why it's good to have a top-down analysis. Say the market has tapped into almost the threshold of this price range and it has pushed away from there, creating higher highs. Then with this information, that means we have to go to a lower time frame for us to have more idea on what to do with gold US dollar for this week on intraday opportunity as far as that's concerned. So let's see what we can do with this. Right here, we've seen how the market has pushed into the upper price level with massive bullish candles. Then at the opening of this week, we can expect a little bit of retracement to a price level like this right here. Within this price range, we can expect a little bit of movement right here for the market to retrace back into a price level like this before we experience more buy in this market, which is about 2496.95. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the outlook for Great Britain pounds, US dollar, USD, AUD, USD, USD card, gold, and DXY combined with the fundamental outlook for this week. I urge you to trade with proper risk management, understand your risk, understand your emotion, guide your emotion. Very, very important. Guide it as much as you can. Work on your psychology. Do not jump into a trade because of impulse and inducement. Try to understand what you see in the market before you jump in. Plan before your entry, manage your risk, and do trade with proper risk management. I wish you all the best and do have a wonderful and profitable trading week ahead of you. Bye for now.